Hi guys, this is Skidflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry 3. Now, in between the last part and this part, I actually grinded up all my styles to almost level 2. Everything's level 2 but Gunslinger, which is only a couple kills away from being level 2. We want to start this battle off with Trickster. Also what happened is I recorded this part, and then realized I wasn't actually recording the audio or anything. So, I'll have to do it again, and I'm a bit sad about that. Maybe it's a chance at redemption. Because I didn't do too fantastic. Also, because I grinded all my style points all the way up, I was able to buy a ton of stuff. I bought all the purple orbs, as well as the windmill, and this thing, the whirlwind, and we have another weapon that we don't want to even acknowledge or look at right now, because technically we shouldn't have it. We shouldn't have it yet. It's just me, 2 weapons we technically shouldn't have yet. It's just me screwing up the recording, and I got it this part, so spoilers, have fun looking forward to that. New weapons, woo. We want to actually save our money, just because we want to buy some stuff for that weapon later, after this. So cool. It's gonna suck having to do this again, but that's fine. You know what, I'm taking it in stride. This is a new chance, a new me. It's fun just to replay the fights, because I can do even better. Hopefully. So you got this confusing ass room, and this confusing ass bridge, and this confusing little tower. I have no idea where we are. We're in the provision storeroom is where we are right now, fighting some spiders. Ooh, spooky, all these spider webs creep me the hell out. I hate spiders, but at the same time I also understand if I see a spider in my room, I'm not too upset, because I understand that they're killing more important bugs. But also, I have the luxury of spiders not being deadly in my region, so that's kind of nice. I have Trickster on right now, right? So now that we have a ton of Devil Trigger meter, we can get a ton of mileage out of the Devil Trigger explosion, which is the thing you get when you, if you just hold down the meter before going into Devil Trigger, you get to do the Devil Trigger explosion, and depending on how much meter you expend just to do the explosion, you can do a ton of damage. It's actually a really good way of doing burst damage to kill bosses. By the way, these guys are weak to, if you couldn't tell, these guys are weak to fire, Very, very apt. You gotta kill it with fire, because it's a creepy bug. And yeah, so nice. They have 2 attacks. They have a lunge, and they have just hitting you, and they also, I guess they have their web spray. So just be wary of that. If you ever do get caught in their webs, oh, there's their other attack. But you can hit them out of a lot of their attacks, so no big deal. We bought the uppercut, so that's nice. And there you go. So now that we're expending Devil Trigger meter like a madman, because doing the explosion, it's actually really worth it to taunt now, because when you taunt, you get two units of Devil Trigger meter back, so it's really quick and easy way of getting your Devil Trigger meter. So we got a light puzzle room in here, as well as you see this waterfall thing. If you just run up this wall and then jump and then do this a couple times, because it will, okay, that was really quick. In here is a blue orb fragment, or there would have been a blue orb fragment if this was my first time doing this mission, but again, some things don't always go according to Keikaku, now do they? That's all we needed for Trickster, so now we're going to switch back to Royal Guard, because I like doing this battle, or this part, with Royal Guard. And in here is a light puzzle. It kind of reminds me of... There's a lot of light puzzles, and I guess a lot of video games. It's like Zelda, but I don't know why. I don't know why the first thing I didn't think of was Zelda, because the first thing I thought of when I saw these light puzzles was Frogger's Adventure, the Great Rescue from the GameCube. This room is really long, so sometimes it's just worth it just to be fast as fuck and just not have to deal with any of this stuff. I like how his aura changes depending on what weapon you have. That's a cool attention to detail. And again, so we used all our Devil Trigger meter, so we're going to use this guy specifically just to taunt. Wait, right? Okay, as soon as we can actually taunt him. You taunt him, I guess it's 1.5, more like. Either way, free Devil Trigger meter. It's definitely worth doing, and especially if you're dying. I don't want to deal with these guys in this room, because honestly these blades kill me more than these guys. Oh, exactly. I wanted to dash away, but I guess that wasn't in the plan. So we got this big ass room. It made me really wonder where we are in relation to the tower, because I thought we were high in the tower. But I also just remember that Dante jumped off the entire tower, and now we're probably low. We're probably going into the bottom parts of the tower. And that makes a lot more sense to me, because why else would there be a cave and all this kind of wacky stuff? I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. You know, it's a creature of chaos and takes many forms. But we just wanted to get all those orbs right there. There's some secret orbs. There's a place we can't get to yet. Do we have everything? Yeah, so we want to go in this thing to make a little detour to another rounded pathway, much like the first, but different, with these guys trying to kill us. One thing I really like about Agni and Rudra is that its dash attack doesn't actually knock enemies back, so you can actually go straight into a combo after, you know, hitting them, unlike if you do, say, Stinger. If you do Stinger, then they kind of pushed back, and that's cool too. But it's a cool thing about Agni and Rudra, just the little differences. That and their aerial attack doesn't necessarily, I guess it does push them back. But you stay in the air, that's at least one thing. So we want to go in here, get ourselves some ambrosia. That's some cool stuff. And fight. It's also worth mentioning that this is really confusing. We're in the provision storeroom, but there we go. We're in the provision storeroom, but it's a different provision storeroom, and there's still spiders, and it looks exactly the same as the other provision storeroom. So I don't know what's up with that. These guys that have really telegraphed attacks, so you can guard them. I wouldn't say really easily, but you can guard them, so that's very nice. We also have Royal Guard level 2, and the thing about Royal Guard level 2 is now we can guard in the air, which is really nice, and we can also have 2 units of Bide now, 2 units of Royal Guard, so now we can hold up even more power to release onto people. So that can end up doing a lot of damage if you store more energy, much like this, where did that really hurt them? I'm sure it did. And much like the Devil Trigger explosion does a lot more damage if you're if you really use every single unit you can. And we do have max Devil Trigger meter now, since we bought a lot of stuff. So that's the ambrosia we needed. We can now bail, go past this stuff. What was I saying? But yeah, so an easy I guess I can talk about it later. Let's kill this guy at least. Get some more. Oh yeah, these blades suck. There's a mode in this game actually that lets you kill everything in one hit, but you die in one hit. And these blades are most likely a lot of the environmental hazards in general are probably what's going to be killing you most of that playthrough. So let's see. And I also want to change my weapons. Okay, my weapons are good. I want to use the Rebellion again. No really reason. I could stick with Agni and Rudra just fine. There's no reason I have to, but it's comfortable with what I have, I guess. So there's a statue over there. Luckily we didn't break it, because we actually don't have the weapon to break it. We technically do, but let's pretend we don't have the weapon to break it, and just do it when we naturally do it. And up here is a sniper rifle. It's just invisible. And just pretend we collected the spiral right there, because it's a nice sniper rifle gun. It serves a similar purpose to the shotgun in terms of high burst damage, but you know, it's a sniper rifle, so you can do it from really far away. So up here, if you just jump up here, is a little red crystals, and if you examine these red crystals, you get a secret mission. Luckily we can still do this at least. It's actually a really hard secret mission. I have a lot of trouble with this one. Basically you have to destroy everything within the time limit. Let's see if I can't do this one this time though. Ooh, we get our health back. That's actually really important, because we want our health. Okay, is that most of the things? God, I hope so. Stressing. No, we're missing something, damn it. Oh no. What were we missing? Is it just random here? Hail Mary? No, damn, we missed something. It's really hard to tell, you know, everything in this room. I wonder what it is we missed. Was it the signpost? I think I got the signpost last time. It's like the only first thing I get. Well, anyways. It's probably one of these just stupid bottles, or maybe it was one of these barrels. Anyways, let's just do it again. This time, try not to make sure we get everything. I still feel like we missed something again this time, right? Yes, we did. Okay. I was able to do this really quickly the first time, and I was like, oh, thank God, because this would take a while, but I'll just cut until I do it, I guess. Well, now that I see it, I think it's too little too late, because I don't really feel fast about this one. I didn't go in a really super smart route. So let's just try our best, right? Can we get this? No. That was everything though this time. Yes, it was. Huh? Oh, thank God. So that's secret mission success. Well, we get an orb at least. It's not the right color. But pretend it was blue, and pretend this is our first time getting it, and we can bail. Cool. So now let's go straight to the boss, because we're running a bit over time. Just skipping all of these guys. There's actually a purple devil trigger item you can get that probably would actually help me for this boss really well, but we're not going to be doing that, I guess, because we're going to be fighting it. If I die to it, I'll get it, I guess. So in here, Sunken Opera House. Cool little cutscene over here. Bats. We fought spiders and now we're fighting bats. This is a cool, nice little sexy demon and a very fun boss fight if you do it right. And hopefully I can. Because I wasn't doing it exactly right. And look at Dante. He's like... Uh-huh. Definitely. He doesn't know what a sex is. But he needs to play it cool because he's Dante.
I'll treat you so nicely. You'll never want to leave.
That's nice, lady. But this isn't the cool lady.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
I just love that pose. It cracks me up every single time. When he grabs onto his belt and how he says it and everything. Very cool. So she has electric powers, electric breath.
Come on.
Alright, and now we're geared up to fight. Let's do it! Okay, I'm gonna be real with you viewers. I actually died in this boss fight. Usually I show my failed attempts, but I'm kind of overdoing this. From having to, like, you know, re-record this part. From failing, you know, from not even recording the audio the first time. You know what? Yeah, we can skip this, because we did show that. But I didn't want to show it again, because, I don't know. Ah, but that feels so good. So basically she's surrounded by bats that protect her. You can royal guard this move when she says get ready. It's really fun to do, and it's a really easy way to get stock, because once you get rid of all of her bats, you have this small window to attack her. That really wasn't much time at all. But if you use your devil trigger, you know, your devil trigger explosion plus your royal guard explosion, you can do a lot of burst damage on her, and that's the way you want to do this fight. Every time she teleports to the other side, get ready for a screen nuke. One cool thing about royal guard, if you want, is if you roll into attacks or jump into attacks, you can actually use the iframes of the roll or the jump to help you with your timing, because that way you can't get hit. So it's a way of giving you more time to... Ah, yeah. Plus, it's worth mentioning that if you successfully guard attacks, you do get a lot of devil trigger meter out of it. So, you know, this is probably my favorite way of fighting this boss. Probably not the safest way of fighting this boss, because some of the attacks are kind of deadly. But it's probably the fastest. It's one of the faster way of doing it, because oh my lord, that does so much damage. Oh, thank God. And be wary, when she gets on low HP, she does an attack where she purposely goes into her weak state, and you think, oh, I can fight her, but then she'll grab you and kill you. Like right there, kind of like what she was about to do. But Dante shot her. You can't actually shoot her in the game when she does that. Sadly. He doesn't give a shit. I think you can probably break out of it with Devil Trigger, but since I'm using the explosions, I never actually have Devil Trigger. And everybody seems to know Sparta, huh?
Surely slouch yourself.
So I think my computer might have been half asleep while recording this, because both my audio and video just completely died during the scene. It was just way too rock and roll. You might have noticed the audio cuts before. That was why. I recorded a huge batch, so I really hope the other ones aren't like that too, otherwise I'd be really sad. But I'm just gonna leave you guys with a cool Dante solo and then sign off. So, hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye.
Whoa!